Hello, Bishop Walsh here. It's Wednesday, February 15th, and this is the talking head version of my Wednesday video. Just a perspective from here in my office, taking care of some business today, and we have our finance council later this afternoon, gathering to, once again, as always, just in a quarterly way, reviewing our diocesan finances. But number of other announcements I'd like to share with you this week. Good news about the acceptance of another candidate for our priestly formation program. John Mawby was accepted as a candidate for our seminary formation to begin in the next cycle in the fall. And he's finishing up his degree at Michigan Tech, and he'll be a wonderful addition to our other 5 men who are in the seminary formation program. So welcome, John, and so glad to see the growth in and seeing how the Lord is truly still calling men to the holy priesthood, and we'll do everything we can to nurture and support that. I'm going to be heading to Oklahoma City tomorrow for the installation, or for the dedication of the Father Stanley Rother shrine. He is Blessed Stanley Rother, a martyr from 1981 in the city of Santiago Atitlan in Guatemala, originally from Oklahoma, Akarchi, Oklahoma, and Oklahoma City, as the diocese where he was from, is having this shrine dedicated to the memory of Blessed Stanley, and it will be a place to know his story and the heroic witness he gave. The shepherd cannot run, and it's a tremendous story if you have an opportunity to learn more about Father Stanley Rother. So I look forward to that. You might be able to see it on EWTN. I'm sure it's going to be covered in the Catholic media. It's a very important event, I think, in the life of the Catholic Church in the United States. I feel connected to him in a particular way because he was a student at Mount St. Mary's, where I had graduated from, and I've known his story since 1989 and always have been inspired by it. And it's amazing in God's providence just how similar there are things to our sister diocese in Matagalpa, Nicaragua, as I've mentioned previously, and what they are going through in the religious persecution of the church in that country, in a similar way as it had in Guatemala in the 1980s, and we know in so many other places. But we continue to pray for Bishop Alvarez. There have been over 200 political prisoners released and brought to the United States, and we are currently trying to have efforts that will bring some of them to the Diocese of Gaylord if possible. Pray for that, and if we can continue to reach out and provide for their needs, we're going to do everything that we can out of charity and in terms of how they can be a great asset to us, and helping us to appreciate all the more just how precious the gift of faith is and how important it is to have the freedom to live that faith. I'm going to begin the Holy Hour and a Half experience for the Eucharistic Revivals on Sunday. Very excited to go to Hillman for the first one. There'll be one in each Vicariate. I'm encouraging everyone as part of the parish clusters and all of the Vicariates to attend the Holy Hour and a Half that's scheduled for your Vicariate. And I want to be able to pray with you and have adoration of the Blessed Sacrament, exposition, benediction, and then I'll have a half hour of catechesis on the Eucharist, and then we'll have a social time. And it's an opportunity for us just to grow in our love and our awareness of the Holy Eucharist and Christ's true presence in the Holy Eucharist, part of the Eucharistic Revival. Believe it or not, Ash Wednesday is already going to be here next Wednesday, a week from today. So the penitential season of Lent begins, and it is an important time for us to consider in advance what we are going to offer as a sacrifice, what we will offer, not only in terms of a deprivation, but something that we do sacrificially in perhaps a more proactive or positive way, something we are going to add to our spiritual regimen that will be an enhancement of our communion with God and with each other. So please prepare well for the upcoming season of Lent. And lastly, I would just mention that I'm looking forward to joining Curtis Chambers, at least for a day of snowshoeing, as he has for the last 11 years done walks in the same footsteps of Bishop Baraga. With this up and down weather, it might be flip-flops instead of snowshoes, but we are expecting more snow, I know, today and next week. I'll look forward to spending a little time in the footsteps of Bishop Baraga with Curtis Chambers. Kudos to Curtis for his raising awareness of the saintly Bishop Baraga. Thank you for checking in, and God bless.